Hi everyone. So today you are going to be taking yourself through a lesson. It is part 2 of what we did last week. So remember last week we learned how to divide fractions, and then today you're just going to take it to the next level and divide mixed numbers. So as a quick review here, we learned last week that dividing fractions means you multiply by the reciprocal. And here was the example problem that we talked about. And remember that reciprocal means your flipped fraction. So our little phrase that we can keep in our mind to help us remember the steps is keep, change, flip, because we keep the first fraction, we change our operation from division to multiplication, and we flip our second fraction to give us our reciprocal, and then we just multiply like regular. If you need to pause this video at any time to write these notes down in your notebook, that is fine. I do need to see these notes next time that I see you. So a reminder of what a mixed number is, because it's been a little while, is it has whole numbers and fractions. So an example of this would be 1 4/5. So there will be many times when you are doing a fraction problem that will have a mixed number, and your first step should always be to convert this into an improper fraction. So just remember, an improper fraction is when the numerator is greater than the denominator. Again, pause anytime you need to. As a refresher, when you are going from here to here, you need to multiply your whole number times your denominator and then add your numerator. So I would do 1 times 5 is 5. Plus 4 gives me 9. And then my denominator stays the same. So, if you have a problem that has whole numbers in it, your first step, is going to be the problem here. Then the first thing I want you to do is rewrite the problem with the mixed number as an improper fraction. So you should have 3 steps when you have problems like this. So 1 times 5 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So my improper fraction is going to be 9/5. And so my new problem looks like 9/5 divided by 1/3. For now, I want us to rewrite the problem as a division problem with improper before you flip. Now that I have fractions that only have numerators and denominators and I don't have any whole numbers, now I can rewrite, I can keep, change, flip, and then solve. We know 9 times 3 is 27. 5 times 1 is 5. And as we did in last class and on the homework, if our answer is an improper fraction, we should put it back into a mixed number. So we ask ourselves, how many times does 5 go into 27? 5 goes into 27 5 times, and there are 2 left over, and it still takes 5 to make a whole group. Let's do one more. If I had 2 2/3 divided by 1 3/5. The first thing, so this is step 1, our problem. Step 2, we are going to rewrite our mixed numbers as improper fractions. So step 2, I'm going to multiply whole number times denominator. 2 times 3 is 6, plus my numerator is 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So this becomes 8/3. And again, I'm first rewriting this as a division problem. Whole number times denominator, 1 times 5, plus numerator, 5 plus 3 is 8 over 5. And now I can rewrite it as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this will become 8/3 times 5/8. And then we multiply 8 times 5 is 40. 3 times 8 is 24. Our answer is once again an improper fraction. So we need to think to ourselves, how many times does 24 go into 40? It goes in 1 time, and there is 16 left over. It takes 24 to make a whole group. And 16 over 24 can be simplified. So I think to myself, what is a number that goes into 16 and 24? A common factor. And a common factor is 8. So 16 divided by 8 is 2. And 24 divided by 8 is 3. So my most simplified answer here looks like 1 2/3. Again, make sure you have all of these notes in your notebook. I am leaving you a short worksheet so that you can practice this and then spend the rest of your time in your math portion working on completing your IXL skills for this playlist that's due. And if you're done, I have linked the new one in the digital agenda.